Mingaba, this is the weekly highlight news of Radio and UG. I'm James. Here are the news highlight for this week. The leader of the Myanmar's parliamentary delegation, Dr. Wimya attends the 149th Assembly of the IPU and related meetings in Geneva. The International Parliamentary Union IPU confirms the continued recognition of the committee representing Pidao Suludo CRPH. Union Minister for the Ministry of Defense of the National Unity Government UNIMO attends the drug banning ceremony in Belebu Township and other interesting news. These are the weekly news details. The leader of the Myanmar's parliamentary delegation, Union Parliament Representative Dr. Wimya attended the 149th Assembly of the IPU and related meetings in Geneva, Switzerland on 16 October. On the fourth day of the Assembly, the leader of the Myanmar's parliamentary delegation, Dr. Wimya gave a speech at the general debate program of the conference, which will focus on the overall theme of the harnessing science, technology, and innovations for a more peaceful and sustainable future. In his speech, he stated that the country's objective for the future sustainable peace and development, and that technology has been an important component of the goal since the revolution began. Using appropriate technology platforms, revolutionary forces, including the committee representing Pidao Suludo CRPH, National Unity Government and UG, and various ethnic groups, have been able to use technology to make our voices heard and strengthen the organization's development, as well as connect with rescue operations and public services. Furthermore, it improved collaboration between the Union, states, and regional governments. Moreover, the 2021 military coup did not prevent Myanmar parliamentarians from representing the people. It was able to continue as a parliament that fully utilized electronic technology to inform about their working process. They used social networking and other digital technologies, and it could also be used to raise funds for humanitarian aid and raise awareness of human rights violation and violence committed by the coup military junta. The Myanmar delegation attended conference and related meetings, as well as bilateral discussions with delegations from other countries. The 149 IPU Assembly and related meetings and 214 session of the Governing Council held in Geneva, Switzerland on 17 October, and the session decided to continue to recognize the committee representing Pidao Suludo CRPH as an official partner of the IPU, according to CRPH statement. Before the Governing Council session, the leader of the Myanmar's parliamentary delegation stated that the military junta is losing more territory on the ground, so airstrikes and targeted attacks on civilians are increasing. Amid the current conflicts, the coup military is preparing to hold a bookets election in 2025, which is not only unlawful but also does not reflect the will of the people. The revolutionary forces agreed that an inclusive election would only be possible after a new federal democratic constitution is drafted. This is the only way for the country to achieve eternal peace and sustainable prosperity. As several said, it would not recognize the coup military's election and will continue to recognize the committee representing Pidao Suludo as advocated by the Governing Council on behalf of the 2020 elected parliamentarians and Myanmar people. The International Parliamentary Union IPU has recognized the committee representing Pidao Suludo, which is made up of representatives of the elected parliament representatives following the illegal coup by the terrorist military junta, as Myanmar's official representative organization, and the International Parliamentary Union IPU meetings are held every 6 months, and the 150 IPU Assembly will be held in Uzbekistan. The Myanmar permanent representative to the United Nations, Ambassador Ujomoton, attended at the general discussion on Agenda Item 67, Promotion and Protection of the Rights of Children, of the Third Committee of the 79th session of the UN General Assembly in New York City on 14 October. Myanmar's ambassador to the United Nations stated that, as in the case of the heinous military junta in Myanmar, their expanded control of the indiscriminate airstrikes on civilians and serious acts of brutality against children is clearly based on grave acts as it loses control on the ground. We must take action to stop the assaults of the junta by suspending jet fuel shipments alongside arms, weapons, and financial flows, which the military junta heavily relies on to commit crimes against humanity. In the report of the SRSG, we flooded the current shocking global trend affecting children in armed conflicts in various countries, including Myanmar. The increasing number of children victimized by the 6 grave violations against the children, including recruitment and use, killings and maiming, rape and other forms of sexual violence and abduction, and denial of the humanitarian access are not mere figures, but the reality of the rising criminalities and shrinking humanity in blatant violations of international law and all relevant instruments related to the promotion and protection of rights of children. Since the illegal military coup attempt in February 2021, conflict has surged, displacing over 3.4 million people and nearly 40% being children. 6 million children among the 18.6 million people are in critical need of humanitarian assistance, with many facing disruption to critical services on health and education. Every child deserves the right to learn and grow in a safe environment. He urged the international community to provide comprehensive support to our children for education, health, nutrition, and sanitation. The Italy-based institute, IDHAE, had awarded 28 International Human Rights Award 2024 to lawyer Doyuan Nuang. The jury stated that Doyuan Nuang is an independent legal activities lawyer who actively participates in the protection of human rights related to the political prisoner, so she received the Human Rights Award. Doyuan Nuang is currently being held in Obo prison in Mandalay. Therefore, she was not able to accept the prize. Instead, the Union Human Rights Minister will accept it on her behalf. Doyuan Nuang, who served as a lawyer in the cases of former member of the National League for Democracy and the government, was sentenced to 15 years in prison by the military junta in 2022 under Section 50J. According to a Ministry of Defense announcement, a delegation led by Union Minister for the Ministry of Defense of the National Unity Government, Wu Yimon, and local residents attended the drug banning ceremony following the seizure of the drugs during the Pinlebu Township capture operation. At the ceremony, 1,352 heroin soap caps, 1,285 heroin packs, and 18 packs of opium, approximately 1 fix per bag, were banned. The Union Minister expressed gratitude to the locals who assisted and cared for the People's Revolution Forces. The captured prisoner of war admitted using drugs, and they used the drugs for trading and distribution. As the National Unity Government implements local public administration development in occupying cities and villages to provide public services to the people, and as with the illegal activities of the military and civil officials, the response of the repeated coups of the terrorist military, the lives of the people and youth have been greatly lost, and the country has been humiliated, unable to meet up with any other country. Since the 2021 military coup was clearly intended to establish absolute military dominance, it was revolution for resistance war. If there is no resistance, the country's future will be lost, so they are determined to fight against those who are violent with weapons. The Union Minister also urged the public to join the fight against drugs in cooperation with the National Unity Government. These are the weekly highlight news of Radio NUG. We will present more interesting weekly local news to you. Thanks for joining our news.